Here comes the radio guy with all new audio content for the broadcast industry. With voiceover talent, John Gale.
Well, welcome one and all to another edition of the Radio Guy. Hi, gang. Welcome, as of course Facebook is changing how you can share groups today. Always fun little challenges that Facebook seems to throw at us every single day. We want to welcome you to the Radio Guy. We are streaming live on our Facebook page, on our YouTube channel, both titled The Radio Guy. We do live radio broadcast voiceover production every single weekday at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. We will be doing that over the next hour or so. Make sure you say hi in the comments section, especially if you're involved in radio broadcasting, audio production, audio editing, music production, anything like that. I've been a voiceover artist for many decades, doing all kinds of radio work, television work, audio books, jingles, what else? All kinds of corporate narration. Even some, let's see, what have I done? Jingle singing, character, and animation voices. That's always kind of fun, too. We're going to get started right away with our very first production today using our digital audio workstation. This is Adobe Audition CS 2020. You may be familiar with Photoshop or Illustrator. This is Audition. It's an audio editing software package, pretty much known as one of the most professional broadcast editing music production software packages available. You might like Pro Tools instead. This is sort of the PC version, Adobe Audition. So we're going to start our track here. We have basically my voiceover in this microphone, an SM7B, Shure SM7B mic, and this is the track that we're using to record it. You can see the voiceover there, highlighting in red, bouncing up and down in red there in real time. We have some denoise and some mastering on this mic because it is so close to my PC. There's a fan in the PC, and that can cause some noise. We want to welcome to Bev Oswalt today. Hi, not involved in any kind of voice production, but I do have a lovely voice. Well, that remains to be seen. Welcome, Bev. Glad you're with us today. Gonna grab a sip of my coffee. My cafe. And let's go ahead and switch over to the forecast view. Our first station on the list today, WSEO, Nelsonville, Ohio, Columbus. This airs 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's take a look at the forecast view. This is the National Weather Service, basically my copy that I'll be reading here. Up at the very top, we have an open. We'll start with tonight's day part. Tonight, probably through Thursday night, and then the close right here at the bottom. So let's see what we get. 30 seconds on the clock. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. Your WeatherBug forecast as we head into the evening. Cloudy skies expected tonight. Cold temperatures with light winds out of our northwest. Our low around 17. Mostly cloudy through mid-morning on your Wednesday. Gradually clearing skies by the afternoon with a high only reaching 33. Increasing clouds Wednesday evening, a low of 13 with a chance of some afternoon showers on Thursday, a high of 41. This is WeatherBug forecaster John Gale on WSEO. All right, that's 3 that we want. It's called a one take. We like to celebrate those with a little confetti and call it a one take, Johnny G. Let's find the front of the forecast here. We'll switch over to the editing view here for post-production purposes. I believe this is the front of it. We'll highlight and delete everything else. Drag this back to the 0 cursor mark. Yes, indeedy. Let's go ahead and bounce this down to its own new stereo audio file track here. Add some mastering, some compression, some multiband compression, and effects equalization. Let's see what we got. We'll trim this up real tight, and we are right below the 30. Let's elongate it a little bit. Stretching it digitally, we'll go to the effects, time and pitch, stretch and pitch process. Current duration 29.6 needs to be a 30. We'll change the new duration to 30 seconds. Hit apply, and boom, shakalaka. Boom, shakalaka. Here's the finished product. Dry read for WSAO, SEO, SEO's weather there in Nelsonville, Ohio. Your weather bug forecast as we head into the evening. Cloudy skies expected tonight. Cold temperatures with light winds out of our northwest. Our low around 17. Mostly cloudy through mid-morning on your Wednesday. Gradually clearing skies by the afternoon with a high only reaching 33. Increasing clouds Wednesday evening, a low of 13 with a chance of some afternoon showers on Thursday, a high of 41. This is WeatherBug forecaster John Gale on WSEO. All right, looks good for SEO. Let's go ahead and name it, and we will save it to the E drive here. Creating an MP3 file, we're going to make a 128 kilobit, 128 hertz, 4800 hertz, 24-bit. There we go. MP3 file. Off it goes via FTP over the internet. Oh, we're having some dropped frames there, I noticed, on our Facebook page. That's funky. On time, good job. Let's move on. Next station on the list, another dry read for WZCC. Chiefland, Florida, this is Gilchrist County, Levi and Dixie. Near what? That's Tampa Bay area as we wait for the National Weather Service to populate. This one airs today, this afternoon, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on now, let's find it. And of course, we can't get the weather to populate for Florida. Let's go ahead and try a different weather for you. Let's use them instead. For tonight, there we go. Looks good. 30 seconds on the clock. Let's look at the forecast view. Starting our recorder for Tri-County weather in Florida. Here we go. From the Broadcast Center, I'm John Gale with the Tri-Counties weather. As we head into the evening, clear skies expected tonight. Some gusting winds out of our west and northwest. Our low temperature around 29. It will be sunny and mild on our Wednesday, a high reaching around 58. And clear skies again Wednesday evening. Some light winds and a low of 30. Forecasts and current conditions are available 24/7 by clicking the WeatherBug logo at suncoastradio.com. I'm John Gale on Country Legends Radio. All right, looks good there. That's called a one-take Johnny G. Let's switch it up to the Adobe Editing Post-Production view. Let you watch the trimming process. Here's the front of the forecast. Using our razor tool, we're going to trim it up. Right there, highlight and delete everything else. Drag this back, 0 cursor mark, and bounce it down to a new stereo audio file. Adding normalization, mastering, we're a little shy of our 30. We'll zoom in real tight. We're going to pull this digitally a little bit, stretch it, time and pitch, and then the stretch and pitch process. Current duration 29.4 needs to be a 30. Hit apply. Boom shakalaka. Here we go. Finished product. WZCC AM weather for Chiefland, Florida. From the Broadcast Center, I'm John Gale with the Tri-Counties weather. As we head into the evening, clear skies expected tonight. Some gusting winds out of our west and northwest. Our low temperature around 29. It will be sunny and mild on our Wednesday, a high reaching around 58, and clear skies again Wednesday evening, some light winds and a low of 30. Forecasts and current conditions are available 24/7 by clicking the WeatherBug logo at suncoastradio.com. I'm John Gale on Country Legends Radio. All right, looks good there. I'm just going to go ahead and share, and I invite you guys to share as well. Hit that little arrow button. We're going to share this to a couple little groups. That's what Facebook just changed overnight. They like to change things on a daily basis, making it a little difficult. They don't want you to share to as many places as they usually let you share. So for some reason, they're trying to narrow your ability to be able to do that a little bit, which is odd. We're going to switch my channel here to the radio guy and find a couple other places to send this to. Let's do this one. All righty, let's go with Radio Production Live. How's that sound? There we go. All right, one more in the can there. Off we go now. Let's go ahead and send this. You know, it didn't work again was our FTP site. So let's reset this and open up SEOs real quickly here. Resend SEOs. Then we will go ahead and find the next one, WZCC. And let's go ahead. There we go. Copy and paste. Now let's name this, exporting the file. to our E drive, creating that MP3 that we talk about so much, finding it in an SSD drive that I've got, little internal drive. Off it goes via FTP over the internet. On time, good job to Florida. Let's move on. WGNZ is up next, guys, on this Wednesday edition of the Radio Guy. WGNZ, Montgomery County, Fairborn, Ohio. Going to go ahead and open up a multi-track template session right here in our digital audio workstation. In track 1, we have the music bed for WGNZ AM 1110, I believe it is. Start the recorder in track 2. This airs 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 29 seconds on the clock. Let's look at the forecast view for Dayton, Ohio from the National Weather Service, starting with tonight's day part. Here we go. Here's your WGNZ Miami Valley Skywatch weather as we head into the evening. Partly cloudy skies expected tonight with some light winds coming out of our northwest. Our low temperature, a cold 15 degrees. Some sunshine expected on your Wednesday, but highs only reaching near 31. And partly cloudy skies Wednesday evening. Again, a cold evening, a low of 18. This, all right, went a little bit too long. Need to be out by 14 on this. That is a pain in the butt.
Strike!
One more read. Here we go. Here's your WGNZ Miami Valley Skywatch weather as we head into the evening. Partly cloudy skies and cold temperatures. Our low around 15 degrees. Some sunshine expected on your Wednesday, but our high only reaching near 31. And increasing clouds Wednesday evening, a low of 18. This forecast underwritten by the father-son team at Greenview Plumbing. For all your plumbing needs, one call can solve it all. 937-825-7569. I'm John Gale from the Skywatch Weather Desk on Good News Radio. That's the read that we want, gang. Yes, it is indeed. Let's find the front end and trim it out. 18 degrees. Some teen degrees. Teen degrees. Here we go. There is the beginning, I believe. Let's trim out everything else. Drag this back. Doesn't look right to me. Some sunshine expected on. Let's zoom in real tight. Finding the front end of the voiceover. We will line it up directly underneath the stinging bed. When I say stinging, it just starts off louder. That's what I mean by sting. And we will raise up the voice just about 1.5 dB. Let's look at where this ends us out at. A little over. Let's pull a couple of our breaths back. Doing some simple crossfades here over a few little breaths will quickly add up to about, a second or so of extra time. Literally just trimming the file up and stacking them one over the other. And you can see that gets us under that 30 mark. Unmute the music bed. We'll bounce down both these tracks together. Add the mastering and effects we need. Here is the finished forecast for WGNZ Fairborn, Ohio. Here's your WGNZ Miami Valley Skywatch weather as we head into the evening. Partly cloudy skies and cold temperatures. Our low around 15 degrees. Some sunshine expected on your Wednesday, but our high only reaching near 31. And increasing clouds Wednesday evening, a low of 18. This forecast underwritten by the father-son team at Greenview Plumbing. For all your plumbing needs, one call can solve it all. 937-825-7569. I'm John Gale from the Skywatch Weather Desk on Good News Radio. All right, and then you can see the fade out of the music happens after the voice finishes, which makes the production sound a whole lot better. Let's scroll it to the very front of things, trim off this little millisecond of dead air so it triggers right into the final production. WGNZ is nearly ready. Here we go. Just going to copy and paste and create that MP3 that we need, naming it WGNZ AM80R and overriding yesterday's forecast. Why? Because nobody cares about yesterday's weather in Fairborn. All right, let's find it, send it on its way via FTP over the internet on time. Good job. Let's move on. A pair of country stations, WQBR in Pennsylvania, Scranton and Altoona, home of our new president, Joe Biden. WQBR is a dry read. We'll start the recorder right behind my head here in Adobe Audition, CS 2020. The first one is for the evening read. On two stations there, Scranton is 99.9 FM, Altoona 92.7. We lost Larry King here last week, and he used to always say, Altoona, go ahead. When he'd have phone calls from Altoona. Don't throw up in your mouth there, Bev. It's all right. 20 seconds on the clock. Let's look at the forecast view together. We'll start with tonight's day part. Chance of snow out there in Pennsylvania. Woo-hoo! Here we go. They got hit last night. Here's the latest from the Bear Country Weather Center for tonight. A chance of some snow expected by morning. Light winds out of our northwest. A low of 21. Partly sunny on your Wednesday with a high only reaching 31. And Wednesday evening, clear skies, a low right around 14. I can't say that. No more rounds. Here we go. One more read. Here's the latest from the Bear Country Weather Center for this evening. A chance of snow by morning. Otherwise, cloudy skies, light winds out of our northwest, and a low of 21. Partly sunny skies on your Wednesday with a high of 31. And mostly clear Wednesday evening, a low of 14. I'm John Gale from WQBR. There we go. Evening read. That was not a one take. What are you talking about, Johnny G? Trying to fool the crowd? What's wrong with you? Here's the front of the voiceover. Let's trim it out with the razor tool. Highlight and delete everything else. Drag this back. And we will bounce it down to a stereo audio file. Add the mastering that we need. Here's the end of the read. Trim off that. Let's look at the front. Here's a breath. Zoom in real tight to that. And we'll trim it right to the start of the word here's. All right. I think we're okay. Let's go up to our effects tab anyway and see. Effects, time and pitch, stretch and pitch. We're at 19.8. Nope, needs to be a 20. 0.2 of a second off. It needs to be a perfect 20. Just holding down the arrow key there in that new duration box. Come on, Johnny G. It's not that big of a deal. I tried typing in there, and that for some reason there's a glitch. Won't let me type. Hit apply. Boom.
Boom shakalaka.
Here's the evening read. WQBR. Here's the latest from the Bear Country Weather Center for this evening. A chance of snow by morning. Otherwise, cloudy skies, light winds out of our northwest, and a low of 21. Partly sunny skies on your Wednesday with a high of 31. And mostly clear Wednesday evening, a low of 14. I'm John Gale from WQBR. Good evening read for WQBR, Pennsylvania, country station called The Bear. Going to name this, overwrite yesterday's forecast, find it here in my eDrive as the MP3 that we just created, and send it via file transfer protocol right over the internet, right into the automation computer for the radio station in Pennsylvania. Now we'll do their overnight read, same dry template, no music behind me on this one. This is 20 seconds again. We'll start with the morning day part for Thursday, right? Today's what, guys? Am I doing the wrong weather? Today is Tuesday, right? Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm good. All right, here we go. Tuesday weather for tonight. Here's the latest from WQBR as we head into the day. Partly sunny skies expected. Some gusting winds coming out of our west, a high reaching 31. Mostly clear skies later this evening, a low of 14. And some sunshine again on Thursday with a high of 36. I'm John Gale in the Bear Country Weather Center. All right, looks good there. We'll call that a one take and switch it up. Yeah. All right, let's trim it out with that razor tool here in Adobe Audition CS 2020. I'm sure they'll be coming out with their CS 2021, although that doesn't sound as good as CS 2020 for some reason. Zooming in real tight here, let's look at the front end. Before we bounce it down to its own new stereo audio file right here, we created a macro to be able to do that. Otherwise, you would actually mix session to new file and all that. But I don't like to do that, so I created these simple little macros that you can do using a Windows trick there. And we're almost right at 20. Actually, we're a little low from our 20. So we'll trim off the end of that, go down to the time and pitch under the effects tab, time and pitch, stretch and pitch. We're going to stretch this a little bit, 19.8. Again, that 0.2 of a second. Hit apply.
Boom shakalaka.
Here's the overnight read for WQBR, Pennsylvania. Here's the latest from WQBR as we head into... I don't think I added my mastering. Here we go. Here's the latest from WQBR as we head into the day. Partly sunny skies expected. Some gusting winds coming out of our west, a high reaching 31. Mostly clear skies later this evening, a low of 14. And some sunshine again on Thursday with a high of 36. I'm John Gale in the Bear Country Weather Center. All right, looks pretty good. A little hot there. I'm going to pull back the volume just a little bit so I don't peak that out. Control-Shift-E is the shortcut, guys, to bring up the export file window here. In the PC version, we're going to name it WQBR-FM-OV and overwrite yesterday's forecast. Find it here in my SSD 3 terabyte drive and send it via FTP over the internet to Pennsylvania. And moving on to the next station on the list. I keep saying it's Wednesday. I guess it isn't Wednesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I don't know what my brain's telling me today. KULH-FM will close out this multi-track template session we just finished. Open up a brand new one. KULH is located in Brookfield, Missouri, Kansas City area, Pleasant Hill. We've got in track 1 right here, we've got the music bed for KULH's weather. In track 2, we're going to go ahead and arm my microphone. Shure SM7B, standard broadcast mic. This airs 3 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time later this afternoon. We'll start with tonight's day part and put 28 seconds on the clock. Let's look at the forecast view. This is a contemporary Christian radio station airing this afternoon. It can be a 30 to a 32, so we have some leeway on this one. Let's give it a read. Here we go. From the Wave Weather Center, I'm WeatherBug weathercaster John Gale. As we head into the evening, mostly cloudy skies, some calm winds coming out of our east and southeast. Our low temperature right around 25 degrees. Mostly sunny on Wednesday with a high reaching 53 and a slight chance of some rain after midnight Wednesday evening. A low right around 39. Rain and snow mix on your Thursday afternoon, about 1/4 of an inch possible. A high of 41. That's a look at the latest weather information from the Wave Weather Center. A little long, let's read it again.
Right.
Chris Story, love listening from the UK. Thank you, Chris. Glad you're with us. I guess you're a new viewer, so let's give you a little new viewer love here. We'll give Chris Story from the UK some fireworks. Another new viewer to the radio guy. Thanks, Chris, for tuning in. Make sure you give us a little follow and some thumbs up. I didn't mean to go black on you there. All right, let's read this again. We will go ahead and try this to go a little bit shorter. Here we go. From the Wave Weather Center, I'm WeatherBug weathercaster John Gale. As we head into the evening, mostly cloudy skies, some calm winds coming out of our east and southeast. Our low temperature right around 25. Some patchy fog on your Wednesday morning will give way to sunshine in the afternoon, a high reaching 53. And a slight chance of rain after midnight Wednesday evening, a low of 39. Rain and snow mixing on your Thursday afternoon, a high of 41. That's a look at the latest weather information from the Wave Weather Center. That's the read that we want. Let's look here at the Adobe editing view. We'll trim it out with our razor tool here in our digital audio workstation. Get rid of everything else. Drag this back. You can see this has a little sting here. As the sting begins to ramp down in volume, that's where you want the voiceover to start. We'll trim this up a little bit tighter. Pull it back a little bit more. Unmute the music bed. We'll raise up the voice about 1.2 dB. Bounce down both those tracks together. Add the mastering and effects we need. Finished product for KULH. Brookfield, Missouri, Kansas City weather. From the Wave Weather Center, I'm WeatherBug weathercaster John Gale. As we head into the evening, mostly cloudy skies, some calm winds coming out of our east and southeast. Our low temperature right around 25. Some patchy fog on your Wednesday morning will give way to sunshine in the afternoon, a high reaching 53. And a slight chance of rain after midnight Wednesday evening, a low of 39. Rain and snow mixing on your Thursday afternoon, a high of 41. That's a look at the latest weather information from the Wave Weather Center. All right, looks good there. Let's go ahead and we're just going to trim off the remaining music bed. They gave us about a 40. We only need about 30 to 32. We'll highlight the remaining couple of seconds that we left and go up to our effects tab. You can see what we've highlighted there at the end of the production. If you go up to favorites, scroll down to about halfway down there, there's a fade out effect. That's what we want. Click that, and that fade is created with whatever we've highlighted in the amount of time. So if you highlighted 30 seconds, you'd have a slow fade. If you did it in a second, it'd sound funky, but it would work. Trim off the front end of things. This guy is ready to be exported to my E drive first as an MP3 file. You could create a WAV or an OGG or whatever you want. KULH-FM ADR's in the can. We will overwrite yesterday's forecast. Find it here in my SSD drive and send it over the internet via FTP to Kansas City, on time. Good job, KULH. If you're just tuning in, we're doing some live radio broadcast audio production as we do every single weekday at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time on Facebook Live, on YouTube, as well as Twitch on the Audio Pro there. Find us, make sure you like us, and follow us. You'll get notifications when you do. And that's really the best way to stay on top of everything we do. So appreciate all those who have done so. We have over 500 and some, 500 and a half, maybe close to 600 now, followers on our Facebook page, which is pretty sweet, actually. We're ready to export this, or no, we can move on now to KEYE. This is Perryton, Texas, Amarillo, Texas area. We'll close out the multi-track template we just did there for Kansas City and open up a dry read. No music behind me on this one, just my golden-throated, velvet-coated voice. Yes. Start the recorder there. And track one that has some denoise and some mastering on it. 3 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's look at the forecast view and put 25 seconds on the clock. People never crumble in a day. It's a slow fade. Sing it, bro. Oh, you know what? I don't. That's that Mercy Me song. I don't like Mercy Me. They get on my nerves. 25 seconds. Here we go. Here's the forecast from the KEYE WeatherBug Weather Center as we head into the evening. Clear skies expected tonight. Some calm winds out of our east becoming south after midnight. Our low temperature around 30. Mostly sunny skies on your Wednesday afternoon with a high of 71 and partly cloudy overnight Wednesday evening, a low of 37. I'm John Gale from your country, KEYE. All right, a little short of our 25. We'll stretch it out, and we want to welcome Joy Jung. Welcome, Joy. Out there in Long Island, we are so glad to have you be a part. Welcome another new viewer, gang, to the radio guide. Joy Jung from Long Island, getting some confetti here on a Tuesday edition of the radio guide. We're going to trim off our voiceover here from everything else right there. Pull this back to the 0 cursor mark. Where are we at? Yeah, that gets us to the 25, close to the 25. We'll bounce it down. New stereo audio track right here. A little clipping going on at the 11-second mark. Let's just kind of highlight that, and we'll pull that back a little bit. Actually, we can pull back this whole part. Zoom in here. We'll just tag that little clip right there. See that? And pull back the DB button. Get it in line with pretty much everything else. That's pretty close. Now we can bounce down the whole audio file to our stereo track there. Better. And we will add some mastering and effects. Let's pull in close to where we finished there. 24. Yeah, we're a little shy of our 25. Quite a bit, actually. Let's go up to our effects tab. Effects, and then time and pitch. Then the stretch and pitch, a sub-menu drop down. 24.3 is the current duration. Needs to be a 25. We'll just hold down the arrow key in the new duration box. Yeah, hit apply when we hit the 25.
Boom shakalaka.
Finish dry read for Ochiltree County, Amarillo, Texas, KEYE AM, a country station there. Here's the forecast from the KEYE WeatherBug Weather Center as we head into the evening. Clear skies expected tonight. Some calm winds out of our east becoming south after midnight. Our low temperature around 30. Mostly sunny skies on your Wednesday afternoon with a high of 71 and partly cloudy overnight Wednesday evening, a low of 37. I'm John Gale from your country, KEYE. Joy's got a great question. What station do you work at in Long Island, New York City? Well, I wish I were in New York City. I am not on any stations in the NYC. Bummer. That would be great. I'd love to be on somewhere in New York. KEYE AM's in the can. We're going to find it here and send it on its way to Texas. Off that one goes. Now we'll do the FM stick. They got an AM and an FMer. This is a up-tempo AC format. It is also dry read, so we'll just keep this multi-track template session. Delete the audio file there. Track 1, start it again. 25 seconds again. Same read. Hello, Anita Day Conchita. Happy Tuesday to you. I was rushing it, calling it Wednesday all day, so I don't know what my problem is. 3 to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. This forecast airs, again, Perryton, Texas. 25 seconds. Here we go. Starting with tonight's for My FM. Here we go. From the My FM WeatherBug Weather Center, as we head into the evening, clear skies with some calm winds out of our east becoming south after midnight. Our low temperature around 30 degrees. It will be mostly sunny and pleasant on Wednesday, a high reaching 71. Some gusting winds in the afternoon will give way to partly cloudy skies Wednesday night, a low of 37 degrees. I'm John Gale from Perryton's great music station, 93.7 My FM. All right, and a perfect one take, Johnny G for KEYE FM, My FM. We'll trim it out with Adobe Audition here at the Razor tool. Pull this back, zero cursor, bounce it down, stereo audio file, add the mastering and effects we need. We look like we're over our 25 now. Over or under, it happens all the time. We've got to digitally fix it. How do we do that? Up to the Effects tab we go. Effects, you know the drill. Time and pitch, stretch and pitch. Current duration 25.3, needs to be a 25. Hit apply, and boom.
Boom shakalaka.
Finished product. Thank you, Brent Allen from Indiana, for voicing that for me. That boom shakalaka. Here's KEYE from the My FM WeatherBug Weather Center as we head into the evening. Clear skies with some calm winds out of our east becoming south after midnight. Our low temperature around 30 degrees. It will be mostly sunny and pleasant on Wednesday, a high reaching 71. Some gusting winds in the afternoon will give way to partly cloudy skies Wednesday night, a low of 37 degrees. I'm John Gale from Perryton's great music station, 93.7 My FM. All right, looks good. Control-Shift-E, the shortcut. We're going to make it a MP3 file, 128 kilobits per second constant bit rate, overriding yesterday's forecast for Texas because nobody cares about yesterday's weather. Okay, EYE, FM's in the can. Let's go ahead and send it via FTP over the internet to the radio station there. And we can move on to KIUL, another dry read for, let's see, Finney County, Wichita, Scott Lane, Garden City, Dodge City, Kansas. There's a new sheriff in town. We'll start the recorder. This airs 6 p.m. to midnight. That would be Central Standard Time. 30 seconds, please, on the clock. Let's look at the forecast view, starting with tonight. Give it a read. Here we go. Here's your western Kansas weather for this evening. Mostly clear skies, some light and variable winds out of our east, and a low right around 29 degrees. It will be mostly sunny and pleasant on your Wednesday, a high in the mid-60s, and partly cloudy overnight Wednesday evening, a low of 31. Sunshine returns on your Thursday, a bit breezy with a high reaching only to 44, and mostly clear Thursday evening, a low of 21. Sunshine on Friday, a high of 49. From the Weather Center, I'm John Gale. Perfect one take read for KIULAM, Wichita, Kansas. Let's find the front end. I believe it's right there. We'll trim it out with the razor tool. Highlight and delete everything else. Drag that back. Bounce down. Yes, indeed. Add the mastering. Let's zoom in real tight. 25.5 needs to be a 30. Let's get there. Scrolling up. Oh, I might have trimmed a little too tight here. Here's your west. I did. I dropped it on my here's. How do we fix that? Just go back. And rebounce down. Simple as that. Then we can zoom in real tight to this. You can see the starts actually right there. That's a breath, and that's the here. Scrolling down to the very end of things, 29.6, highlight everything else. Again, effects, and then the time and pitch feature. Stretch and pitch, current duration 29.7, needs to be a 30. We'll raise it up. You raise me up. 30-second new duration. Hit apply. Boom.
Boom shakalaka.
Here we go. KIULAM, Garden City, Scott City, Kansas. Here's your western Kansas weather for this evening. Mostly clear skies, some light and variable winds out of our east, and a low right around 29 degrees. It will be mostly sunny and pleasant on your Wednesday, a high in the mid-60s, and partly cloudy overnight Wednesday evening, a low of 31. Sunshine returns on your Thursday, a bit breezy with a high reaching only to 44, and mostly clear Thursday evening, a low of 21. Sunshine on Friday, a high of 49. From the Weather Center, I'm John Gale. All right, look good, looks good, look good. You look good, Johnny G. KIULAM in the can. Gonna copy and paste the file name here, creating an MP3. We will overwrite yesterday's forecast, look for it here in my E drive, and send it via FTP to Kansas. On time, good job. Moving on to Florida now. WTBH is up next. This has a music bed in it. We will go ahead and open up a multi-track template session that we pre-created for the Tampa Bay, Florida area. Chiefland, Florida to be exact. We've got the music bed and track 1 all lined up. We're going to arm our microphone. Track 2, start the recorder there. This airs 6 to midnight Eastern Standard Time. We'll put, let's see, 30 seconds on the clock and look at the forecast view. for 91.5 FM starting tonight. What do we got going on here, gang? Very short freeze warning in effect from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Wednesday morning. All right, we can hit it. Here we go. I'm John Gale with your WTBH forecast for this evening. A freeze warning in effect until 8 a.m. tomorrow. Otherwise, clear skies tonight with a low around 29. Sunshine expected on your Wednesday with a high in the upper 50s. And mostly clear skies and calm winds Wednesday evening, a low of 30. Sunny again on Thursday with a high in the mid-60s, and partly cloudy Thursday evening, a low of 43. That's the latest forecast from 91.5 FM. I'm John Gale for Joyful Sounds Radio. Perfect one-take read for WTBH FM in Chiefland, Florida, Tampa Bay. Let's go ahead, switch to the Adobe View. We'll pull back the voiceover up. Added a little trim there that didn't need. Pull this back, line it up underneath the music bed. We'll raise up the voice about 1.2 and bounce them both down together, the music combined with the voiceover. They gave me a 60, I only need a 30. We'll highlight and delete everything else and do a quick fade onto the end of this. Favorites, fade out, boom. All right, let's take a listen. We'll trim up the front as well. I believe right there is good. Here we go. Finished product, WTBH FM. I'm John Gale with your WTBH forecast for this evening. A freeze warning in effect until 8 a.m. tomorrow. Otherwise, clear skies tonight with a low around 29. Sunshine expected on your Wednesday with a high in the upper 50s. And mostly clear skies and calm winds Wednesday evening, a low of 30. Sunny again on Thursday with a high in the mid-60s, and partly cloudy Thursday evening, a low of 43. That's the latest forecast from 91.5 FM. I'm John Gale for Joyful Sounds Radio. All right, good fade out there on the end of that. Let's go ahead and save this as an MP3 to my solid-state E drive here. WTBH FM EVs in the can. We will overwrite yesterday's forecast and find Florida's weather there and send it on its way to Tampa Bay area, Chiefland, Florida, WTBH FM, Joyful Sounds Radio. Moving on to WTYJ. They're up next on the Radio Guy, this Tuesday edition. Here we go. Let's find it up. WTYJ is a dry bed, no music bed. On this one, just my voice for two sticks, TYJ and WMIS. This airs this afternoon, 4 p.m. all the way overnight to 6 a.m. And we will go ahead and start our weather. Look at the forecast here from the National Weather Service. Starting with tonight's day part, 30 seconds on the clock. Here we go. From the WTYJ WMIS Weather Lab overnight, mostly clear skies, light and variable winds out of our north and a low of 31. Sunshine on your Wednesday with a high in the upper 50s and mostly clear overnight Wednesday evening, light winds out of our south and a low in the mid-40s. Partly sunny skies expected on your Thursday afternoon with a high near 67 and a chance of rain overnight Thursday evening, becoming mostly cloudy with a low of 46. This is John Gale reporting. All right. Yeah, baby. That looks good. A one take. One take, Johnny G. Ba-dum-boom. Yeah. I wish we could get those emojis working. I've been on their case on XSplit for that little glitch not working right. Can't get those emojis working. We'll go ahead and zoom in here to the very end of things. Highlight and delete that. Let's look at where we're at. Bounce it down. Stereo audio file. Add the mastering and effects. We need some equalization normalizations. Normalizations. None of us are normalizations, are we? Anything long here in breath? Maybe this one. Just a hair. Pull that back. Where does that get us? Let's find out. All right, just over the 30. We'll go up to the Effects tab, Time and Pitch, and then the Stretch and Pitch process. Current duration 30.15 needs to be a 30. Hit apply, boom.
Boom shakalaka.
Finished read, WTYJ, Ferndale, Louisiana. From the WTYJ WMIS Weather Lab overnight, mostly clear skies, light and variable winds out of our north and a low of 31. Sunshine on your Wednesday with a high in the upper 50s and mostly clear overnight Wednesday evening, light winds out of our south and a low in the mid-40s. Partly sunny skies expected on your Thursday afternoon with a high near 67 and a chance of rain overnight Thursday evening, becoming mostly cloudy with a low of 46. This is John Gale reporting. All right, looks good there for WTYJ WMIS. Let's go ahead and name this WTYJ AM80R4. Overwrite yesterday's because they don't want yesterday's again, right? Nobody would. Let's find it and send it on its way via FTP over the internet on time. Good job. Moving on to Cincinnati, Ohio. Close to my neck of the woods, WGRI. I'm in between Dayton and Cincinnati. Franklin, Springboro, Lebanon area. WGRI is Christian News Talk, 1050 a.m. We'll start the recorder here in track 2 of my multi-track template session. This airs 6 to midnight Eastern Standard Time, 24 seconds on the clock. Let's looky at the forecast view for Cincinnati weather starting with tonight. Here we go. From the Inspiration 1050 WeatherBug Center for this evening, mostly cloudy skies, calm winds coming out of our northwest, a cold low temperature around 20. Sunshine on your Wednesday with a high only reaching near 36, and increasing clouds with some light and variable winds Wednesday evening, a low of 22. A chance of rain and snow showers Thursday afternoon, a high of 44. From the Inspiration 1050 WeatherBug Center, I'm John Gale. A little too long. One more read. Here we go. Thank you very much, Mr. Baseball Ump. From the Inspiration 1050 WeatherBug Center for this evening, mostly cloudy skies, calm winds out of our northwest, and a low temperature around 20. Some sunshine expected on your Wednesday afternoon, highs only reaching near 36. And increasing clouds Wednesday evening, light and variable winds, and a low of 22. A slight chance of rain and snow showers Thursday afternoon, a high of 44. From the Inspiration 1050 WeatherBug Center, I'm John Gale. All right, that's the read that we want. We'll switch to the Adobe Editing Large Screen View for your post-production weather. Let's take a look here with our razor tool. We'll trim out the voiceover and get rid of all those mistakes. Pull it back to the 0 cursor mark underneath the music bed. Unmute that music bed and bounce down both the tracks together to a new stereo audio file. We'll add some mastering, compression, multiband effects here for broadcast settings. Zoom in here real tight. See where we're at, 24.5. Oh, you know what I didn't do there? Let's go back. I always forget that trails out. Yeah, that trails out there at the end. So we'll just right here, that breath we can pull out, but that music does go out by the 25-second mark. So we'll leave that. Zoom in here tighter. Trim it up to where the music begins. Control-Shift-E, the shortcut to export this file, in this case as an MP3. We're going to name it WGRIAMEV for evening. And we're going to just copy and paste the file name there. In the export file window, overwrite yesterday's forecast. Otherwise, I'd have a folder full of them, which I do not need. Cincinnati weather in the can. Off it goes to WGRI. Let's move on. Take a listen here to the finished read on that one. From the Inspiration 1050 WeatherBug Center for this evening, mostly cloudy skies, calm winds out of our northwest, and a low temperature around 20. Some sunshine expected on your Wednesday afternoon, highs only reaching near 36. And increasing clouds Wednesday evening, light and variable winds, and a low of 22. A slight chance of rain and snow showers Thursday afternoon, a high of 44. From the Inspiration 1050 WeatherBug Center, I'm John Gale. Every time I hear that little music bed, it reminds me of like some horror movie. It's like dun 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 dun. I'm like, okay, we're serious about our weather there in Cincinnati, aren't we? All right, we already saved that. Let's go ahead and close out that multi-track template session and open up a brand new one. Our next station on the list is going to be WHKO, Cox Radio Broadcast. This is an urban signal here. Dayton, Ohio, for tonight, 6 to midnight, 30 seconds on the clock. Let's look at the forecast view. We've already got our music bed lined up in track 1. My voiceover in track 2, recording right now. Here we go. From the 24-hour Miami Valley Weather Center for this evening, partly cloudy skies with some light winds out of our northwest, a low temperature, a chilly 16 degrees. It will be sunny on our Wednesday, but our high only reaching near 32. And increasing clouds Wednesday evening, calm winds out of our west, and a low of 20. A chance of some rain and snow on your Thursday afternoon, little accumulation expected. Mostly cloudy skies by the evening. Mostly cloudy skies by the evening and a low of 42. That's your Dayton area forecast from the WeatherBug Weather Center. I'm John Gale. All right, I think that will work. Let's switch to the Adobe. We got some editing to do on this one. Let's find the front of the forecast right here. Trim it off, get rid of everything else, drag this back. We'll raise up the voice just a wee bit on that one. 1.3. That's pretty good if we can get to that again. 1.4 will work. Here's that little error right there. Accumulation expected. Mostly cloudy skies by the evening. All right, so that mostly cloudy. We're going to pull that whole puppy out right there. Trim it. If we zoom in real tight, we can find that breath and make it sound like it's going into the next portion here. Just like that. Pull that out completely, the little mistake in between. Now if we butt these both up together, you'll barely even be able to hear it if you can at all. Because we're going to add what we call a little short crossfade right here over this breath, just like that. And that's going to get us a little bit over our 30-second mark, but that's okay. Looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and unmute the music bed. Bounce down both those tracks together. Add the mastering and effects we need. A little bit over the 30. How do we fix that, guys? Well, we're going to add a little compression. It'll change the tempo, the speed of the production, but not the pitch of my voice. How do we do that? Again, the time and pitch, stretch and pitch. Current duration 30.3 needs to be a 30. Hit apply. Here we go. Finished product, WHKO, FM radio station in Dayton, Ohio. From the 24-hour Miami Valley Weather Center for this evening, partly cloudy skies with some light winds out of our northwest, a low temperature, a chilly 16 degrees. It will be sunny on our Wednesday, but our high only reaching near 32. And increasing clouds Wednesday evening, calm winds out of our west, and a low of 20. A chance of some rain and snow on your Thursday afternoon, little accumulation expected. Mostly cloudy skies by the evening and a low of 42. That's your Dayton area forecast from the WeatherBug Weather Center. I'm John Gale. All right, looks pretty good there. We'll turn off the disco lights and name this WHKO FM EV overriding yesterday's, and we'll find it. And there it is, right there in all of its glory that we just made. And we'll send it via FTP to Dayton, Ohio, WHKO radio. Down the way, down south we go a little bit. Cincinnati, about 50 miles south of Dayton, Ohio. WCVX AM is up next. Got a music bed for this one as well. Christian News Talk. 1160 AM, music bed in track 1. My voiceover in track 2. Switch to the forecast view for Cincinnati. 6 to midnight. This one airs 30 seconds on the clock. Looking at the Cincinnati Municipal Airport. Here we go. Tonight's day part. From the Christian Talk 1160 WeatherBug Center for this evening. Mostly cloudy skies, calm winds coming out of our northwest, and a low temperature around 20. We'll have some sunshine on our Wednesday, but cold temperatures are high only reaching near 36. Increasing clouds overnight Wednesday evening, light and variable winds, a low of 22. This weather has been brought to you by Ketmoy, providing design, printing, and promotion services. 513-867-8800. From the Christian Talk 1160 WeatherBug Center, I'm John Gale. One take, Johnny G for Cincinnati's WCVX. Yeah, baby. Switch to the Adobe editing view. We'll use our razor tool, pull out everything else we don't need, drag the music, the voiceover directly underneath the music bed. Unmute the music bed, bounce down both those tracks together, add the mastering and normalization, some equalization. Here's the finished read, the finished production for Cincinnati's weather, WCVX AM. From the Christian Talk 1160 WeatherBug Center for this evening, mostly cloudy skies, calm winds coming out of our northwest, and a low temperature around 20. We'll have some sunshine on our Wednesday, but cold temperatures are high only reaching near 36. Increasing clouds overnight Wednesday evening, light and variable winds, a low of 22. This weather has been brought to you by Ketmoy, providing design, printing, and promotion services. 513-867-8800. From the Christian Talk 1160 WeatherBug Center, I'm John Gale. All right, looks good there for WCVX. Let's go ahead and zoom in real tight and trim this off. Delete that. Let's look at the very beginning. There might be a millisecond, just a wee bit right there. We'll get rid of that. Control-Shift-E, the shortcut. We'll save this as an MP3. If any of you that are watching know of a internet radio station, maybe a terrestrial station that would be looking for someone to do their local weather, I'd be glad to help out. Just hit me a little message in the comment section below, and we'll try to work things out for you. Cincinnati weather in the can for WCVX. Let's move on. We'll move on to WPLK, Palatka, Florida. Closing out this template for Cincinnati, we will open up a brand new multi-track template session that we pre-created that has the music bed in track 1 for WPLK, Palatka, Florida, 800 AM, 98.3 FM. This is a nostalgia station in Jacksonville area, Putnam County, St. John's, and Flagler. Let's look at the forecast view. This airs 6 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 30 seconds on the clock. Starting with tonight, got that freeze warning till 9 a.m. Let's give it a read. Here we go. From the
Right.
Thank you. From the WPLK WeatherBug Weather Center for this evening, a freeze warning in effect until tomorrow morning. Otherwise, tonight, clear skies with a low of 32. Some sunshine on our Wednesday with a high in the upper 50s, and mostly clear Wednesday evening. Light winds out of our northwest, a low of 33. I'm John Gale from the station that plays absolutely everything, WPLK 898.3, Palatka. All right, we are a little bit shy of our 30. We'll call it a one take anyway, and I added the word absolutely, which they might not like, but you know what? If I get a little ding, that's okay. It'll be my first ding. Unmute the music bed. We'll switch over to the Adobe Audition large screen view. I want to play for you a little opener we did for Twitch, a little promotion that we can use as a clip, which I want to do on our Twitch channel. Our Twitch channel, the Twitch platform is basically a gaming channel, but they do have other little podcast, talk shows, types of things. And we don't have many viewers, but we're trying to build it up as we are on YouTube as well. Facebook seems to be our place in the world, as Michael W. Smith used to sing back in the late 80s, early 90s perhaps. Anyway, I'm going to play you guys this. Let's switch to the center camera view. I think this is it right here. Here we go. Hi, everybody. John Gale here, the audio pro, also known as the radio guy. Join me weekdays on our Twitch channel for live radio broadcast audio production. I do voiceover work, imaging, weather forecasts, and produce audio content for radio stations across the U.S. And we stream all the production every morning. You'll get to watch the bloopers, see the editing process up close and personal. Join us Monday through Friday at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time right here on the Audio Pro Twitch channel. All right. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. A little promotion that I made a little while back. Let's take a listen. Here's the finished product, WPLK. From the WPLK WeatherBug Weather Center for this evening, a freeze warning in effect until tomorrow morning. Otherwise, tonight, clear skies with a low of 32. Some sunshine on our Wednesday with a high in the upper 50s, and mostly clear Wednesday evening. Light winds out of our northwest, a low of 33. I'm John Gale from the station that plays absolutely everything, WPLK 898.3. Palatka. All right, looks good there for PLK. Let's go ahead and just trim it up, make sure it's nice and tight. Looks good. Control-Shift-E. Thank you, Anita. She likes it. She likes it. Hey, Mikey. Look, Ma. No hands.
No hands.
I can ride a bike. All right, let's name it WPLK AM EV for evening, overriding yesterday's forecast, so we'll find it. And if you follow us on Twitch, you can clip that, share it, whatever you have to do. I forget, there's something that they call it different when you sort of follow someone else there on Twitch. Off this goes to WPLK. We're going to move on to KIMX, Cheyenne, Wyoming, Cheyenne, and Laramie, Wyoming, a dual read for a CHR signal. Contemporary hit radio, top 40, whatever you want to call it. Casey Kasem. I grew up listening to Casey Kasem, the American Top 40 Countdown. Except he didn't sound like that. He was much better. Amazing voice. You know, he did Scooby and he did Shaggy on Scooby-Doo in the 70s. We'll start the recorder here in track 2, KIMX music bed in track 1. Great little music jingle singing bed there in the first track. This air is 4 to midnight Mountain Time, 26 seconds on the clock, and let's look at the forecast view. Dual read here, her Cheyenne Laramie Regional Airport right here at the top. If they're similar, we can do them together. Let's look. 30, 34, 47, 59. That's almost, that's too much. 19, 18. Alrighty, okay, here we go. We'll do them separate. 26 seconds. Let's give it a go. From the WeatherBug Weather Center for southeastern Wyoming, for Laramie this evening, partly cloudy, a low of 34. Some rain and snow and breezy conditions on your Wednesday, a high of 47. And snow likely Wednesday evening, a low of 19. Partly cloudy for you, Cheyenne, tonight, a low of 30. Rainy and brizzy. Rainy and brizzy.
Right.
Rainy and brizzy. All right, one more read. Here we go. This one's a toughie. From the WeatherBug Weather Center for southeastern Wyoming, for Laramie tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 34. Strike two.
Strike.
One more and we're out, right? From the WeatherBug Weather Center, there we go. Strike three.
Strike three. You're out.
You're out of here. One more. From the WeatherBug Weather Center for southeastern Wyoming, for Laramie tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 34. Rain and snow on your Wednesday, a high of 47. And snow likely Wednesday evening, a low of 19. For Cheyenne this evening, partly cloudy, a low of 30. Rain and breezy conditions on your Wednesday, a high of 59. And snow and breezy conditions Tuesday. This is so stinking hard. I quit. Oh my gosh, this is one of those stinky ones where you feel like you're crashing and burning, you know? One of those numbers for certain. One more read. I think I got it in me. It's just they all got the snow and blustery, breezy and snow and rain and kakalaka. Here we go. From the WeatherBug Weather Center for southeastern Wyoming, for Laramie tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 34. Some rain and snow on your Wednesday, a high of 47. And snow likely Wednesday night, a low of 19. For Cheyenne this evening, cloudy with a low of 30. Rainy and windy on your Wednesday, a high of 59. And some snow Wednesday night, a low of 18. I'm John Gale on Wyoming's #1 hit music station. And we're way too early on that one, but it'll sound good with the fade out because that one's just a simple fade out. Looks good. And that's not a one take, Johnny G. Stop it. We'll highlight, switch over to the Adobe editing view, find the front of that particular, fourth read. Pull this back, line it up directly underneath that jingle bed stinging thingy. Easy for me to say. All right. Oh, gosh. Being a little persnickety, that Adobe. Oh, come on now. It's just packing it along there. Come on. There we go. Looks good right there. Unmute the music bed. Bounce down both those tracks. Add the mastering and effects we need. Finished product, finally, for KIMX. KIMX Weather. From the WeatherBug Weather Center for southeastern Wyoming, for Laramie tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 34. Some rain and snow on your Wednesday, a high of 47. And snow likely Wednesday night, a low of 19. For Cheyenne this evening, cloudy with a low of 30. Rainy and windy on your Wednesday, a high of 59. And some snow Wednesday night, a low of 18. I'm John Gale on Wyoming's #1 hit music station. All right, looks good there for KIMX Radio. Quite a long little trailing music bed, but that's okay. They'll like it out there in Wyoming. They will like it. You will like it. All right, going to the front of things, we'll trim off the dead air so it goes right into the music production there, and it triggers properly. Control-Shift-E, the shortcut, we will name it KIMX FM EV. Come on, Johnny G, get it together, will you? Overriding yesterday's forecast, we'll find it and send it to Wyoming. Off it goes. On time, good job. Yeah, if we waited any longer, it'd be the next day's weather. KHAD Radio, country station, sister station to KIMX. Different music bed, same two cities, same dual read. Start the recorder there in track 2. National Weather Service Laramie up the top. Cheyenne down at the bottom. Let's give her a read. 24 seconds on the clock. Here we go. 4 to midnight, Mountain Time. From the new Country 96.7 WeatherBug Weather Center for Laramie tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 34. Rain and snow on your Wednesday, a high of 47. And snow likely Wednesday evening, a low of 19. For Cheyenne tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 30. Some rain and windy conditions on your Wednesday, a high of 59. And some snow Wednesday night, a low of 18. From New Country 96.7, I'm John Gale. Have a great night. Good read there. A one take, Johnny GB for yes sirree. K-Hat Radio. Yeah. All right, we'll go over here. Find that front end. Where are we at? Right there. Trim it up. Pull her back. Donut here. Needs to land between the two stings. Looks good. Raise up the voice a bit. Unmute the music bed. Bounce down both these tracks. Add the mastering and effects. Here we go. Finished product. K-Hat Radio. From the new Country 96.7 WeatherBug Weather Center for Laramie tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 34. Rain and snow on your Wednesday, a high of 47. And snow likely Wednesday evening, a low of 19. For Cheyenne tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 30. Some rain and windy conditions on your Wednesday, a high of 59. And some snow Wednesday night, a low of 18. From New Country 96.7, I'm John Gale. Have a great night. On your Wednesday. Yes, sirree. Who else's Wednesday would it be but yours, right? Looks good there at the end. We're just trimming off the fade. A little bit of some deadness at the beginning of the production, right into the music we want to begin. Let's name it K-Hat. K-Hat Radio. In the can. Let's go ahead and send it on its way. To Wyoming, off it goes. FTP in it. Bye-bye. And we can move on to KMAR. KMAR, Louisiana. Winsboro, Louisiana, to be exact. Part of Franklin County. This is a Jackson, Mississippi area. KMAR. Starter recorder and track 2. Airing this evening. 24 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Tonight's day part. In the KMAR Weather Center, here's your Tuesday evening forecast for tonight. Mostly clear skies, some calm winds out of our northeast, a low temperature around 30. We'll have some sunshine on our Wednesday with a high in the upper 50s, and mostly cloudy skies Wednesday evening, some gusting winds out of our south, a low in the mid-40s. Mostly cloudy skies on our Thursday, a high of 67. That's a look at your KMAR weather. All right, a little pause there that refreshes. We'll call it a one take. Zoom in here to the Adobe editing view. Finding the front of the forecast right here. We'll trim it. Pull back. Line it up underneath that sting as it fades out. Right there is where it needs to go. Looks good. We'll raise up the voice a hair. I did notice a little bit of a pause I did not like towards the end. Let's find it. Right here it is, I believe. Mouth, a low in the mid-40s. Most right there. So we'll just trim right here. Drag this over that little pause. And that lines up perfectly. Unmute the music bed. Bounce down both these audio files, the music with the voiceover, into one new stereo track. Add some mastering, compression, equalization. Here's our finished read for KMAR FM, a weather forecast for later this evening. In the KMAR Weather Center, here's your Tuesday evening forecast for tonight. Mostly clear skies, some calm winds out of our northeast, a low temperature around 30. We'll have some sunshine on our Wednesday with a high in the upper 50s, and mostly cloudy skies Wednesday evening, some gusting winds out of our south, a low in the mid-40s. Mostly cloudy skies on our Thursday, a high of 67. That's a look at your KMAR weather. All right, looks good there for KMAR Radio. Looks good right there. We'll trim off that. Zoom into the front of things. A little bit of dead air right there. Control-Shift-E, our shortcut, brings up that export file window. We can name it and create whatever we want, in this case an MP3. Overriding yesterday's forecast, we will find it here in our SSD drive. A little internal solid-state drive. Motorless, soundless, perfect. KMAR. Off it goes via file transfer protocol right to the IP address, the folder for the automation computer in Winsboro, Louisiana. On time, good job. That's going to be it, gang, for today's edition of the Radio Guy. So appreciate each and every one of you have tuned in today. Make sure you give us a follow and some likes on our Facebook page, on our YouTube channel, and now streaming on the Twitch platform on the Audio Pro channel. And we want to thank you guys for being here today. Make sure you check out some behind-the-scenes photos on our Instagram page called the.radio guy. We'll do it again tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. Until then, take care of your swelves, and we'll see you guys. God bless you. Bye-bye.